Hey, this is Eric Thompson back with another video. I'm going to talk about marriage material again. And just like the last video, I told you why I'm not marriage material, because it feels like they have to get with somebody and then have to be in a relationship with them for long periods of time until it's actual commitment, and then you have to put a ring on them, and then you have to have all the money and plan things just for a wedding for one day. And I did tell you why I'm not. I did. And in the other video, I might say it again. It's because whenever that happened to my story, where I didn't have a father growing up, he was barely there when I was a younger child, and like when I was 3, and he wasn't. It's like they were divorced, and he wasn't with me and my mom anymore, so he was just gone somewhere else, and then just found out he's having other kids over there with somebody else, which I don't know who, but I'm just saying that's the truth because my mom told me the truth. And that other thing too is that my mom had dated another man. That's my stepfather. Well, no longer my stepfather no more. That dated, and she dated him, and he was very abusive, putting hands on my mama, and then that was before all this court thing happened, and he was dating my mom, and he got my mom pregnant, and then I have a sister. Yeah, and then later on, and now my sister is really influencing my dad, so she really loves my dad, and I used to love him as well too, but I didn't know the actual truth of what was going on until now. And now that he has child custody of her, of my sister, he does, and told my mom that she's a terrible mother. I'm like, why'd you date her in the first place? Why'd you get her pregnant? Why would you do that? Huh? I mean, that's pretty much a good reason. I mean, wait, hold on, no. That's a bad reason. What am I talking about? It's a bad reason to get somebody pregnant without being married. It's like, use protection or don't do it at all. I said that in the other video about pornography and virginity. Protection or don't do it at all. And if you don't do protection, you're going to have a baby. You're going to have STDs, HIVs. It might affect the baby. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out the facts. I just don't understand these days where you want to where she's okay with a man that's always game banging and stuff, getting her pregnant, and fucking her and stuff, and she pregnant, and now he don't take care of the baby and her. He just left her like it was nothing. This is why I don't get married. This is why I don't want kids. Because you're doing it for no reason. You don't got the money, and you just find a car way out to not take care of the baby and her. Now she want a nice dude to take care of the baby and her, that has all the money, that has been that succeeds in life. I mean, if that's the case, really, I don't know. But here's what I'm just not marriage material at all. And I even told my ex that. I told my last ex that I'm not marriage material. I didn't want to get married, and I told her it's because I'm not Christian, and I told her that I don't know how marriage works. I don't want to deal with the court or the law of how it goes, and I can't afford a marriage like that. I can't. Like, I barely afford to get my car fixed right here. And by the way, I'm just sitting in my car chilling right now. I might go do Postmates after this video and Uber Eats. I'm just trying to get paid today. And I don't want the camera in my face, so I just want to speak this out while recording this view right here by Target. Yeah, that's Target. Okay, so back to this. I told her I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to deal with the court. I didn't want to deal with the laws. I didn't want to deal with the files and stuff. Because if we get married for no reason at all, and we buy in the rings, the engagement ring, and buying all this wedding stuff that we can afford, and then we get divorced later after getting married and committing, then we just did it for no reason. All that money has been wasted away. And here's another thing. Where I've been looking this up, looking at all these videos, we're saying that women are so childish. I mean, no, not childish. Women are so selfish for not having a kid. That's what's pissing me off. You expect a woman to have a baby in this world that's way out of their budget to take care of a kid, or better yet, that's way out of their expectations, only the expectations from a parent or anybody else. And then, divorce, child custody, fights in court. You expect all that to happen? And they keep saying everything happens for a reason. What's the fucking reason? Huh? What's the real fucking reason? If you can't handle a kid, don't have one. And if you have HIVs and STDs, whose fault is for having sex without a fucking condom? Jesus Christ. Let me go back. That's what's pissing me off. Like I say, I told my ex all that. I even told her that I only see her as a boyfriend and girlfriend. And like, we only see each other as a boyfriend and girlfriend. I told her I didn't want to waste her time. I did not. And probably the reason why she was asking me to talk about a relationship, and it was probably a red flag for her. But the thing is, she flaked out on me when I was getting ready to talk about our relationship. And we were at school at the time. I was at class, like I was going to class, and then she wanted to talk about a relationship when I was on break. And I didn't see her come walk to me. And she made up this excuse that, where she had to do something with the class, but I didn't see nobody walk into the class in the library. I didn't see no class walk into the library. That's what she said. She said that they're gonna do something in the library, but she lied about that. She just flaked on me and just go hang out with her friends. She flaked out on me. That's why we broke up. Because she flaked out on me. And it's not the first time. Because if I married my ex, if I married her, it would have been years later. I would have had the money to buy the engagement ring, the promise ring. I would have went to court and having to pay for some marriage license, whatever the fuck that is. And then spending all this on a wedding day for like $100K, that's over $50K I would make in the future if I have a career. I'm just thinking about this, if that's the truth. Because, like, why would I spend $100K on a wedding day if that's over my career money? Like, I'm not going to spend my career money on a wedding day. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, how can women be selfish for not having a kid? They're mostly saving themselves from what the hell's happening here. You probably don't want a kid because you feel like it'll be too much for you, or you're just not ready for that yet, or maybe that's too much money and there's not enough child support. Look, if I wanted to get married and have a kid, I would do it outside of USA. I would just have one kid. But before I even think about having one kid, I would just want a woman who could help me how to get along with a kid. This is just my thinking. I'm not saying I want to change my mind later. I'm just thinking a lot of things. And I'm not just saying this because everybody's been telling me that. I'm just thinking this for myself. But yeah. It would be cool to date a woman who doesn't want kids. I want to date a woman who doesn't want kids at all. That would be nice. That would be awesome. That way we could figure out how to keep our relationship together and keep our money safe together. And then not having to deal with this wedding thing later on. I'm not marriage mature. I couldn't even get married. I couldn't even be marriage material, even if I changed my mind, even if I wanted to. There's no way I could do that. So I don't want to waste anybody's time if I'm dating somebody. I don't. It's just a fact, and that's just my thinking, and that's just how I do the math sometimes. Because if I don't do the math, end up doing some stupid shit, getting somebody pregnant for no fucking reason at all, having a kid that knows that exactly knows the truth and does better than me, probably be mad at me for some reason, and then we abort the child because for one, we can't afford a child. You think I want to do that? No. So yeah, I'd rather not have sex at all. I'd rather be a virgin instead. I'd rather, look, if I can't find a woman who doesn't want kids, then I don't want to date at all. I'm just saying. So let's just think for that for a second. You want me to, you expect everybody to, here's what I don't like about parents. They want kids to be grateful of living, but you expect their kids to be married to somebody. And expecting them to spend their career money on a wedding day. That's over $100K. You think I want to do that? You think some kids want to do that? No, let them figure themselves out and what they want to do. The generation sucks here. It's just sad enough. And the stupidest thing is that when you're committed to that one person, and then he already found another person to bang with, or just actually found somebody better right after commitment, and then all of a sudden you wasted your time, you wasted your money, you wasted doing all your things, sipping for this person. That's why for me, I'm learning to not simp at all. Because it feels like if I keep chasing somebody, I wasted my energy and my time for them. And there's no way in hell I stand a fucking chance from them. If they can't give me a chance, then I'm wasting my time. I don't want to be no simp. Look, I would do whatever it takes to connect with somebody. Look, I want love too. I want love too, but I can't get what I want. Fine, have it your way. If you want to come into my lane, then I'll get ready. Otherwise, I'm going to stay in my lane. You stay in yours. And that's just the autism in me. And I'm not ashamed of being autistic and being pissed off about things. I'm not ashamed at all. Because I'm pissed off at what I see today. in this generation? How am I supposed to follow with what society does? I can't even afford to get my car fixed again, like I said before. The only time I feel like I'm living a life is because I'm eating a bunch of junk food and going to movies with my best friend. That's the life I'm living, and I'm drawing whatever the hell I want. I'm making all this, I'm drawing all these figures and doing this imaginative stuff because that's what I love to do, and I was inspired by everything. That's why I'm living my life, and I'm getting paid however the fuck I want to. I'm getting paid working Amazon, a flexible shift. I'm getting paid doing Uber Eats every single day because I'm hustling by myself. I'll do whatever it takes to keep hustling like a man, like a real thug-ass man. I ain't no thug, but I'll do whatever it takes to hustle up. And right now, I just started budgeting. Because like I was always spending a lot of shit on food every single day, eating out. Right now, I just buy grocery lunches when I go to school. Because every time I go get something to eat, I'd be spending $20 to $40 every single day. I would be saving me $100 or $200 a week. If I keep this up. But yeah, nothing is free out here. Especially love too. Love is everything, but it don't pay the bills. You can't be with somebody if they expect too much from you. You can't. Sometimes you just got to focus on yourself. Focus on the money instead. Look, I've been watching these videos of Steph is Cold. He got into my... his videos got me there real quick. Even my mom told me that nothing is free. The pastor from church that I used to go to, I don't go to church anymore, said that if a man don't work, a man don't eat. Period. I got that into my head real quick. Nothing is free out here. So focus on yourself. Stop chasing. And serve your own purpose. Whatever the hell it is you do. Look, I'm not the best with my advice, alright? Alright, enough of this video. And I'm just gonna hustle, make my money, and just go home and do whatever the hell I gotta do during the day. Alright, this is Eric Thompson. Dislike this video, or like, share it, comment what you think. I said enough for today, so maybe I might make some more. Alright, gotta go. Bye.